What's your new boss like?
He's, okay.
He's okay.
Yes, he's all right, really.
Do you think he will be good to work with?
I'm sure he'll be, fine.
Wow, thanks. I feel like I really know him now. In today's video, you're going to learn advanced English adjectives that you can use to describe people far better than that. You'll understand what each word means, how to say it correctly like a native British speaker, and how to use it in a natural way that sounds impressive. A full guide to this English lesson has been sent to you, but if we haven't got your email address, just click the link in the description to download it. Hi, I'm Steve. Let's do this.
Last week, Lisa bought a red car. But yesterday, she changed it for a yellow one. And today, well, it's pink.
Lisa is fickle. In other words, someone who changes their mind far too easily. 1 minute they might like you, and the next they hate you.
Football fans can be so fickle. Last week, they loved the manager, and this week, they want to get rid of him.
To say this correctly, the end part is the tongue-up L sound. You can find all about this here. But quickly, just relax your tongue in the bottom of your slightly open mouth, like this. Then close your mouth until your tongue is level with where your teeth touch. Watch me. Oh, oh. Now use that sound to pronounce these words. Tickle, pickle, fickle. Remember, fickle describes someone who changes their mind all the time. Now, let's meet Janice.
Janice decided she didn't like white walls, so she suddenly decided to paint them red.
Janice is impulsive. That means she makes decisions and does things without taking the time to think it through. Impulsive has 3 syllables, that is 3 parts. Impulsive. To say this like a native British speaker, stress the middle syllable, the pull. In other words, make that part really clear like this. Impulsive. And at normal speed, impulsive. You try.
He suddenly decided to buy himself a solid gold watch.
He's so impulsive. Remember, impulsive means to make sudden decisions without really thinking about them. Now, let's meet Rick.
Rick complains if his food's too hot.
He also complains if it's too cold.
Rick just likes complaining.
Rick is cantankerous. Don't be afraid to use this word just because it's a very long one. Let's break down how to say it. Start at the end and work backwards. This is a great way to practice saying any long word. Cantankerous ends in rus. The vowels O and U are changed to the schwa sound. That's that little sound. So it's rus. To make the R sound, push your lips forward like this. Rus. You try. The E before the R is also a schwa sound. So the end of the word is arus. Repeat that. Arus. The middle part is simply the word tank. But this is the stressed part of the word, so say it really clearly, like this: Cantankerous. Finally, the word starts with can, but here the vowel sound, the a, is almost silent, so it's just can. This is also how the word can is usually pronounced in fast natural speech. Can you help me? Can you go out? Can you give me some money? Can. So slowly we have cantankerous, and at normal speed, cantankerous. You try. Remember, someone who is cantankerous complains and argues about everything. We all know someone like that, don't we?
Well, I certainly do.
Now meet Oliver.
Oliver collects evidence from crime scenes. He's very careful so he doesn't miss anything. Oliver is meticulous.
If someone is meticulous, then they pay a lot of attention to detail. They like everything to be exactly right. They often check something is perfect 2 or more times. It can be used to describe how people work or how they dress. Meticulous has 4 parts or 4 syllables. Meticulous. The stress is on tick. Try it slowly. Meticulous. And now at normal speed, meticulous. Remember, meticulous means a person is very careful about making sure everything is just right. Now, meet Samantha.
Samantha has decided to sit, drink coffee, and do all of her work later.
Samantha is a procrastinator. In other words, she's the type of person who never gets on with things when she should. She always puts them off till later. Have you done the washing yet?
I'll do it later.
Procrastinator is another long word, but if you take it slowly, it's not that difficult to say correctly. Like we did before, let's start at the end. The or is said as a schwa, so the end is t. Now put a long a sound in front and it becomes a t. Now add the n and it becomes nate. Next, push your lips forward for the crast. Procrastinator. And finally, a simple pro at the start. Procrastinator. And at normal speed, procrastinator. You try. And remember, a procrastinator is someone who never does things straight away. They like to leave them until the very last minute. Now, meet Gary.
Gary really needs to lose weight. He's on a diet, but he's also weak-willed.
Weak-willed. This means a person finds it hard to say no when tempted by something they like. Let me tell you a true story. Once I went into a motorcycle shop to buy a leather jacket and left having bought a new motorbike. Now that's weak-willed. This is great practice for the English w sound, weak-willed. To say these W's perfectly, pretend you're drinking milkshake through a straw. Your lips are pushed forward and your tongue is pulled back. Now repeat, weak-willed. Once more, weak-willed. And if you're weak-willed, you're easily persuaded to do something. Now it's time to meet Dean.
Dean can always make everyone laugh with his funny comments and by telling jokes.
Dean is witty. He makes clever, funny comments that make people smile. Say this naturally by splitting it into two parts. First is just wi. Make sure you get a good I sound. Wi. And then T. Put them together, witty. And at normal speed, witty. You try. I love witty people because they make me smile. Next, meet Ian.
When Ian got lost in the wilderness, he started a fire, caught and cooked a fish.
Ian is resourceful. He solves problems by using whatever is available.
He's so resourceful. Once his zipper broke and he used a paper clip to fix it.
To pronounce resourceful correctly, you should stress the source part. So it's resourceful. At normal speed, resourceful. You try. Remember, someone who is resourceful is great at solving things, often by using just what's available. Now, let's meet James.
James stays calm no matter what's happening.
He is unflappable. If someone is unflappable, it means that even if everything is going wrong and others are panicking, they simply get on with it.
When it caught fire, she was unflappable. She just picked up a fire extinguisher and put it out.
To say this naturally, get a good L sound by stroking the back of your top teeth like this. Unflap. Unflap. You try. Now change the second A to a schwa sound, so the whole thing is unflappable. And at normal speed, unflappable. Meet Rose. You need to take the day off.
No, it's fine. I'll go back to work.
Rose is stoic. That means she's someone who stays strong and doesn't show how they feel.
Aren't you cold?
A bit.
You're being very stoic about it. My socks are wet and I can't feel my toes.
To pronounce this like a native English speaker, make the O in the middle really strong. Repeat after me, stoic. You try. Push your lips forward for the O sound, stoic. And remember, to be stoic is to not show your feelings, especially pain or sadness. Now, let's just check that you've got these adjectives stored away in your memory with a little quiz. If someone is always changing their mind, then they are fickle. If you're very careful in everything you do, then you can be described as meticulous. If your friend is always making you laugh, then you would say they are witty. What would you be called if you always give in to temptation? Weak-willed. If someone always puts things off to the last minute, then they are a procrastinator. Now don't you put off learning some more great English. Just click this link. I'll see you next time.